we no longer have this gray veil hanging over our city and over our county, which is fabulous. It was like a week or two where it just was all Silent Hill up in here. Without the creepy nurses doing their weird face thing, you know, and the big dude with the axe, you know, and yeah, without all of that. Most nights. Hi everyone, I'm Moody Boo and I am back with another perfume review. And this is another one you guys made me buy. It's all your fault, but I love it. Ah! So this is PENHALIGON'S CAIRO. Oh. What started this whole conversation was the fact that I hate rose oud combinations. I think it was a couple of people talked about this, commenting on my 5 fails and lessons. I'll try to remember to put a thingy up there, but you know, it's a crapshoot whether or not I'll actually do it. Anywho, the first person was like, have you tried Cairo by PENHALIGON'S? And I had not, and I was like, you are not going to convince me there's a rose oud perfume out there that I like. No way, not going to happen. Then somebody else mentioned Cairo. My ears perked up. I'm like, why are people recommending a perfume they know I'm going to hate to me? And then a third person, I think it was just 3, maybe it was 4, mentioned it, not necessarily on that video, but as time went on. Finally, I was like, okay, I'm just going to get a sample so I can prove them all wrong, because I know myself well enough to know there isn't a rose oud perfume out there that I love. So I got a sample, or a decant. And they were right. You were right. You were right. As you tend to be, people. Holy shitballs. I absolutely love this stuff. The longer I wear it, the more I love it, because as it dries down and gets really into the deep dry down, it just gets better and better and better. The more times that I've worn it, the more I love it. So this technically, from what I have discovered, is not actually rose and oud, but it smells identical to rose and oud. This is Damascena rose, saffron, labdanum, cypriol, Sri Lankan sandalwood, and Atlas cedarwood. And I think it's the sandalwood is part of the reason why I get oud. I think it's a sour sandalwood. I'm not sure about cypriol, what it smells like. Labdanum to me gives it a hint of sexy, in my opinion. The rose and the saffron and the sandalwood, I think it's that combination of notes and the proportion that they're in gives us the accord rose and oud. But like I said, there's no oud in there. So I hate eating my own words, but as soon as you guys turn me on to this, I grabbed those words, put them on a platter, put them on the stove, gave them a nice sear. You know, you got to make sure they have a nice sear because I want a little crunch on the outside because they're very chewy on the inside. Little spices, scooped those right into my mouth and chewed them up and swallowed them down. Yep, because of you guys. Now, this is a spendy perfume. It's in the expensive range, which is between $200 and $300. It's not quite to the luxury, but it's pretty expensive. I think I got a really good price on this too, and I paid like $205, $210, something like that. There's a warmth and a sweetness to this without it being that artificial Lancôme, what's their oud bouquet? Ugh, that one does not do it for me because the sweet that's in Lancôme's oud bouquet is very artificial smelling to me and very cold, almost a little metallic in some of it. and I don't like it at all. I've tried to like it. I can't like it. I don't like it. This one's different. This one's just got a hint of sweetness. It must be from the rose. Maybe from the cedarwood. Sometimes cedarwood can be a little sweet, and so can sandalwood. But I think the sour, what I'm picturing as oud and rose, I think that hint of sour is coming from the sandalwood. Hard to say. I don't know what Cypriol smells like. Oh my God, this is getting better and better. My least favorite part of this is the first 15 minutes. Because that's when it smells its most rose, oudy, hint of sour. Nothing spectacular the first 15 minutes. But wait a minute, there's more. You're not done yet. Oh, because that cedarwood and the labdanum, and I don't know about the cypriol, but these notes are so well proportioned that you really do go on a rose oud journey for about 15 minutes. And then the labdanum adds this depth and sexy. And I think it is a hint sweet too, because I don't notice the labdanum until it really starts drying down. But it never loses that sweetness from the top. But it alters a little bit. It goes from the top being a little cold, kind of a sweetness, to the dry down that's much more of a warm, inviting sweetness. Oh. Damn, guys, you really pulled a good one here. I love this stuff. This is completely unisex, and it gets more unisex as you wear it. I love this bottle. I tell you, I did panic right after I bought it, because I started looking at the picture and I thought, oh no, is this a stopper bottle? Is this one of those splash bottles? Shit, for $250 or $210, I got a splash, but it pops off. It's a faux splash top. It's a faux cork. And I don't know, I've never been to Egypt. It's a place that's on my bucket list, is to go see the pyramids. When I was a kid and went with my folks to the Science Center in Seattle to see King Tutankhamun's artifacts from his tomb. That was crazy. I'll tell that story another time. When we went to see King Tutankhamun's artifacts, they not only had this audio thing going on in the background. You got to wear headphones so that when you walked up to a station, it would, to an artifact, it would tell you about that artifact. But when you didn't have those in and you were just listening, there was this really cool atmospheric, not necessarily music, but sound effects going on. And they also had aromatherapy in there to give you that full experience of what it would have been like to walk into his palace or his tomb. And if this had incense in there and maybe some papyrus, it would remind me a lot of walking in and experience grave artifacts. I can't believe I haven't tried this sooner. Penhaligon's is one of those. I only have one other perfume of Penhaligon's, and it's one of the ones with the animal head caps. It is a for women one. Is it the Dorothea, Countess Dorothea? I don't remember, but I am wacko over it. I bought it from a Facebook friend of mine, and she had the wrong cap. She lost the one cap, so she gave me one of her caps and put it on there. So the bottle has the wrong cap. So yeah, it's the Countess Dorothea. And she didn't have the right head, so I got her cock head. So Penhaligon's is a house I have got to explore more. I've only tried a couple from them. Was there one called English Bouquet or something? It was years ago, and it wasn't my thing, so I didn't really get into it. But it seems like there was more than that. Anyway, this is very formal in my opinion. This is one that I wouldn't wear it for a formal work occasion until you'd worn it for a good half an hour, maybe an hour, and then go to your work occasion. I think it's totally nighttime fare. I have tested it at work, but again, I'm in this tiny office all by myself, and so no harm, no foul. But I don't know if I'd wear it to most daytime occasions normally. This is definitely formal, fun, and frivolity. I think you could wear it for all of them. I don't know if it's as much of a statement maker once it dries down, because it does get so warm and it loses all of its hard edges that it has that first 15 minutes, half an hour. But again, it's very inviting. Performance, it absolutely projects beautifully. I would say easily arm's length for most of the wearing, at least 4 or 5 hours of that, and it lasts for me 7-8 hours. I would wear this on cold seasons, you know, fall, winter. I don't know about rose and oud, unless it's a really bright, fresh kind of an oud during warmer months, but that's up to you. And same with humidity. I don't know about that with oud. I've never really worn a lot of oud down in Hawaii when it's really hot and humid. It scares me a little bit. So I just love this stuff. I can't thank you guys enough for recommending it. I just gobsmacked by it. I really am. Who'd have thunk it? You guys know me better than I know myself sometimes. And I know myself pretty damn good. So, but nobody knows me better than my husband. Yeah, he knows parts of me I don't even know about. Moving on. So, all right. Well, that was it for me and Penhaligons and Cairo. Love it. Thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe and ding, ding, ding the bell and comment. If you want, if you don't, it's all good. I still love you. I don't know what that was either. That was weird. Use your nose. Peace.